You can't be late anymore. You're to work only your set schedule. Okay, you're the boss. So after I graduated college, I went back to work at my high school job at a large auto parts chain. I have a few stories of malicious compliance from there because it was a miserable place to work with miserable management, but I think this one takes the cake. I lived about 15 minutes from the store and would routinely work 1 to 2 hours past my shift to help the manager close up and tally cash receipts. We were mainly wholesale, so the cash receipts were a small portion of the sales and had to be tallied by hand, as well as take out the trash, prep and stage the first deliveries for the next morning, as well as sweep the storefront. I didn't mind doing these things because I got a little overtime out of it. Got in the good graces of the manager, or so I thought. And being that even though my drive home was short, staying a little late and letting traffic die down was fine with me. One morning I walked in at around 9:07 when my shift was scheduled to start at 9 a.m. I didn't see what the big issue was since I'd been staying late every day for months helping him close the store. But he apparently took issue with it that day, which would have been fine if he'd said something along the lines of, "Hey liability Landon, you're late and I know you worked long yesterday, but let's still get here on time." But that isn't what he said. He flew off the handle and went on about needing to work my schedule, and we have schedules for a reason, and you just need to be at work for the schedule I made you. Well, needless to say, since I've been staying late for months to help him close the store, it's against store policy to not have 2 people in the store at a time, despite it not being on my schedule. This rubbed me the wrong way. So I convinced myself that instead of causing a scene and yelling, I would just do exactly what he said. So 5:30 rolls around, we closed at 6, and I stood in front of the computer until it hit 5:30 exactly. Clocked out and started walking towards the door. Manager, where are you going? Me, home. Manager, what? Why? Who's going to help me close the store tonight? Me. I don't know, but you made it very clear I was to work my schedule. So I get off at 5:30, it's now 5:30, and I'm going home. And I walked out. The next morning, I got there at 8:55 and just stood in front of the computer until it hit 9. Phone's ringing? Too bad, my shift hasn't started. Deliveries need to go out. Sorry, I'm not on the clock yet. I clocked in at 9 and then clocked out at 5:30. Same conversation as the day before about who was going to help him close. The third morning I walk in and he waits for me to clock in and then pulls me aside to talk to me. Manager, you know, I think we can overlook a few minutes in the morning if you stay and help me close. Me, oh interesting, I thought I was supposed to just work my schedule. Manager, yeah, well I guess we can overlook that. I had very few problems with this manager after that little exchange.